Hi everyone. Hello. Okay, I see some familiar names. Hi Tanya. Do I call you Tumaran? Hi Lucas. Okay, we'll start in a few minutes. So while we wait for everyone else to come in, right? You can introduce yourself as per usual. Okay, in the chat. Tanya. Okay. Hi Tanya. Okay, so the same introduction you can type in the chat as an example for you. Okay, state your school, your level, and your name while we wait for the rest. Don't have worksheet ah? It's okay. If you don't have it, you just take out a piece of paper. The question will be flashed on the screen so you can follow with the lesson as well. Hi Ian. Okay, hi Suha. Hi Adrian. Okay, I think we can start already. So, welcome back. For those of you who were with us last week, this is lesson 2 already. Okay, so a bit of a short introduction, take a few minutes, so bear with me. Right, we are Math Specialist Center. Okay, we're located at Parkway. We help students with borderline grades to turn around their results in a short period of time. Okay, so the objective of this online revision class, okay, is to help students who are struggling with problem sums. Okay, help to enhance their understanding and confidence in tackling problem sums. Okay, demonstrate how problem sums can be solved systematically. You know, a lot of math problems, they have patterns, strategies. Okay, we'll give it to you so that you're able to apply it in your questions. All right, and then prepare for your SA2 and PSLE, which is coming up soon. Okay, so what is the lesson outline? Okay, within the lesson, we will do 4 questions on strategy 1. And then we'll have another strategy 2, another 4 questions. And then last but not least, we have 2 higher order thinking questions at the very end. Right, so since this is a Zoom platform, okay, there are some ground rules that I'd like you to follow. So first of all, audio is muted and communication will be through the chat. Right, so everything you can type into the chat here. Right, number 2, answer questions. Okay, please participate, ask questions. This is how you learn. Any doubts you can ask during the lesson, or you can wait till the end to answer, to ask. Right, number 3, no spamming of the chat, please. Okay, please be considerate of your other fellow students here. Okay, everyone wants to be able to be heard in the chat. So if you spam, the others won't be able to have their answers or questions heard. Okay, last but not least, listen attentively, write down the solutions, and also have fun, all right? Okay. Okay, so if you have the worksheet, please take it out. Okay, it looks like this. Year-end revision 2. Whole numbers 2, this is what we're doing today. Okay, so if you don't have it, it's fine. You can take out a piece of paper and then just write down the solutions and follow along the way. Okay, make sure you have this with you now. Right, so let's start with strategy 1. Okay, today we're doing value of a set. So these are the steps here. Okay, first of all, you have to identify the number of items in one set. Step 2, find the value of one set. Step 3, find the number of sets, okay, by using the total divided by value of one set. Then last but not least, solve for the answer. Right, they might ask you differently in every question, so do not stick to only one method for step 4. Okay, you have to read the question carefully and see what they're asking you for. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, flip to page 2. Strategy 1, value of a set, question 1. Okay, make sure you have a pen or a highlighter with you so we can highlight the keywords. Right, so Indris saved $18 worth of coins. The coins were a combination of 50 cents and 20 cents coins. There were twice as many 20-cent coins as 50-cent coins. Can you highlight or underline twice as many? How many 50-cent coins did he save? Now you don't have to on your camera, it's up to you. Right? Most importantly, you can see me and you can see the screen. Okay, has everyone underlined already? Twice as many? Right, and then underline how many 50-cent coins? Right, so looking back at your strategy, what is your first step? Here. Identify number of items in one set. So one set equals to, okay, look at what you highlighted. Twice as many 20-cent coins as 50-cent coins. This must mean in one set, okay, 20 cents, you have 2 of it because twice as many. And then 50 cents, you only have 1. Okay, so step 1 is done. Step 2, find the value of one set. So all you have to do is add these 20 cents up and the 50 cents up together. So what's the value of one set? Can you calculate? Yeah, 90 cents. Okay, good. Alright, so 90 cents. Let's change this to dollars. Why did I change it? You will know soon in the next step. Now find the number of sets. Okay, if you look at your strategy at the side there, the number of sets equals to total divided by the value of one set. So number of sets equals to, take your total here. All of the coins are worth $18. And then you divide by the value of one set. Right? So just now, if you have 90 cents, you have to convert it to dollars here, such that you're able to divide it easily in this step. Okay, so how many sets do you have? Okay, correct, Audrey, Gregory? Yeah, okay, 20. A lot of you got it. You have your calculator with you, so you can calculate it fast. Don't wait for answers. Okay, now we need to find the answer. So how many 50-cent coins did he save? Very simple. Okay, look at the working here. This green working. 50 cents. In one set, how many do you have? Look here. 20 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents. There's only one. So 1, 50 cents. So now that you have 20 sets, how do you get from one set to 20 sets? Yes, correct. You have to times 20. So the number of 50-cent coins will be 20. 20 50-cent coins. Okay, are we all good? Alright, if you're done with question 1, then let's take a look at question 2. Alright, a pillow costs $47 and a bolster costs $58. Mr. Goh paid $4,179 for some pillows and bolsters. He bought 3 times as many pillows as bolsters. Can you underline or highlight 3 times? How many bolsters did he buy? Can you underline bolsters? This is what they're asking you for, bolsters. So step 1, find items in one set. How many pillows, how many bolsters? Look at what you highlighted. 3 times as many pillows as bolsters. Can you type in the chat if you know how many pillows and how many bolsters in one set? Yeah, okay, so you have 3 times as many pillows. So bolster you only have 1, pillows you have 3. Step 2, find the value of one set. Okay, 3 times as many pillows. So pillows to bolsters means the pillows will have 3, bolsters will have 1. Okay, looking at the question. The value. Okay, what's the value of each pillow? Stated here, $47. So if you have 3 of it in one set, you have to add it up. Right, and then the value of the bolster, 58. So value of one set, calculate everything up. 199, okay. This is the value of one set. Next step, find the number of sets. So number of sets. Okay, take the total. Look at your question. Given here, 4,179. So you divide it by the value of one set that you found here, 199. Okay, so you're finding out how many sets of $199 are inside this total, 4,179. How many sets? 21. Okay, good. A lot of you found it already. Okay, now we need to solve for the answer. How many bolsters did he buy? Okay, so bolsters, get the green working again. One set. Okay, look at one set. 3 pillows, 1 bolster. So 1. if you have 21 sets times 21. Okay, so your answer is 21 posters. Okay, what if I twist the question and ask you, how many pillows did he buy? How are you going to find that? Anyone? Right, instead of bolsters, what if they ask you for pillows? Okay, good. Right, I see a lot of people giving the correct answer. Okay, times 3. Right, if you don't understand, okay, one set you have 3 pillows. Right, so if you have 3 pillows in one set, and you calculated that there are 21 sets in total, from 1 to 21, you times 21. From 3 to 21, okay, you have to times 3. So there will be 63 pillows. Okay, so gentle reminder, the red one is just if they ask you for pillows instead of posters. Okay, so this is not part of the question, but if they do ask you for pillows, okay, this is what you should do. Right, it's not always so easy. 1 times 21, they might change the pillows here. Okay? Right, when you're done, can you go on to the next page? So we can take a look at the other questions. Okay, for question 3, okay, there are some $1 notes and some $5 notes in a box. There are twice as many $1 notes as $5 notes. So the keyword, twice as many. Given that the total amount of money in the box is $77, how many $1 notes are there? Okay, so for this question, looking at question 1 and 2, you can apply the same strategy. So let me give you some time. I'll start a polling. Okay, you all look at your screen. There's a poll right there. Okay, so fill in the poll, right? Any of your answers, you can just put it in and we'll check at the end. Oh, $1 coins. Well, it can be notes, or other countries, they have $1 notes. Maybe it's not Singapore dollars. Okay, I see a lot of answers coming in already. Okay, make sure you highlight twice as many $1 notes as $5 notes before you carry on with the answer. Because I see some people question 1, they chose the wrong answer already. Can you please check? Okay, I'll give you some more time. Question 2, which question 2 are you talking about? Strategy 1. Question 2 answer is 21. We are now on question 3. Okay, a few more seconds and I'll stop the poll. It's okay, I'll still go through the question. Okay. Few more seconds. You guys still doing it, be quick. Write your final answer. And then select the answer in the poll. Okay, I'm gonna end it already. Okay, so on the screen you should be able to see what did all of you select. Right. So most of you selected the correct answer. Question 1, how many items in one set? It should be $1, $1, and $5. And then for the final answer, how many $1 notes are there? It should be 22. Okay, so if you didn't get the same answer as the rest of us, so you have to look out on the screen and check where you went wrong. So one set. Twice as many $1 notes as $5 notes. This twice as many belongs to the $1 notes. So one set you will have 2 $1 notes and 1 $5 notes. So what's the value of one set? You have to add it up. 7. Yes, correct. Because there's times 2 $1 notes. There are 2, twice as many. So $7 in one set. Okay, now you have to find the number of sets. Number of sets, you take your total. Okay, total amount of money is $77. All of these $1 notes and $5 notes, you add it up, it'll give you 77. You divide by the value of one set. So we are finding out how many $7 are there inside this $77. Yeah, 11. Okay, 11 sets. Right, then you're asking you for $1 notes. So look at $1 notes. In one set, how many are there? Okay, so you look back at what you wrote at the beginning, one set here. $1, $1, $5. So you have 2 $1 in one set. So you put here 2. And you found out how many sets are there, right? There are 11. So if one set you have 2 $1 notes, how many will you have in 11 sets? You have 2 times 11. Right, so 2 times 11, you will get 22 $1 notes. So that is how most of you got this answer, 22 $1 notes. Okay, so if you didn't get this, right, you can maybe use a green pen and write it down so you know that you went wrong somewhere and you correct it. Right, so if you sometime can correct your answers or copy it can I write the answer 22 only? Yeah, it should be fine. You can just put 22 because they ask you how many $1 notes are there. So 22. Okay, are we good? Right, so let's try question 4. Okay, same thing. If you got any questions at the end of the class, you can ask me. Okay, question 4. For every 3 apple tarts baked, 8 pineapple tarts were also baked. There was a total of 132 tarts baked. How many apple tarts were baked? Okay, so the keyword here, right? 3 apple tarts, 8 apple tarts. Correct. I see a lot of you got the answer already. So I'll bear with us because some of you might not have gotten it yet. Right, so how many apple tarts were baked? So in one set, okay, they immediately told you already, for every 3 apple tarts, okay, so there are 3 apple tarts. You have 8 pineapple tarts. So 8 pineapple tarts here. So what's the value of one set? Okay, they didn't tell you a cost, right? They didn't tell you a price or anything. So in one set, they're talking about the tarts. Right, there is a clue here. You can look at the total. 132 tarts. So you must know that in one set, you must be finding the value of number of tarts. So in one set, you have 11 tarts. So find the number of sets. Take your total divided by the value of one set, divided by 11. Yeah, 12. Okay, good. 12 sets. So how many apple tarts were baked? Looking at apple tarts, one set you have 3. So 12 sets times 12. Yep, so that's how you get your 36 apple tarts. Okay, any questions before I move on? Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, when you're done, let's carry on. Okay, if you're not done with the previous questions, you can ask me at the end of the class. Okay, I'll show you the answers again so that you can finish copying everything. Or you can watch the replay. We'll have a replay ready in about 2 days after each revision. Okay, this question, strategy 2. Right, so if you have your worksheet, okay, number times value, Number one, you have to identify the number and value. Okay. So for example, the number could be a ratio or a fraction given, and then the value would be the cost or the different types of items. Right, and then step 2 to 4 is the same as strategy 1. Right, because number times value is kind of like a advanced version of your first strategy. Okay. So question 1. A football costs $40 and a basketball costs $10 more. Coach Jonas paid $2,100 for some footballs and basketballs. The ratio of the footballs to the basketballs bought by the school was 5:3. More information will be given at the end of class, so can you please wait? Focus on the lesson first. That's not as important as what you should be learning now, right? Okay, so part A, how many basketballs did the school buy? So looking at your strategy, the first thing you must do is identify the number and value. So you have football and basketball. So FB for football, PB for basketball. So identify the number and value. Alright, so let's look at your strategy here again. Right? The number is the given ratio. So look at your question. Your ratio is 5:3 for the football to basketball. So the number would be 5:3. How about the value? Right, the value is the cost here. The value can be anything, right? So what is the football worth? Right, how much is it? Right, it's given here $40. So fill that in. How about the basketball? $10 more. Okay, so whatever I'm highlighting, can you highlight it also? Okay. $10 more. So that means you have to add it up. $50 for the basketball. So looking at the title of this strategy, you should know what you should do next, right? Number times value. So once you do number times value, it will give you the number times value of one set. So take the number for football times the value of the football. So 5 times $40 and 3 times $50. Okay, 200 for the football. How about the basketball? If you calculated? 150. So what's the value of one set? Right, value of one set, you add the two values up. $350. Okay, then what's next? You have to find the number of sets. Right, so this is the familiar part that we did in the previous strategy. Take your total. Okay, they give us here total $2,100 divide by the value of one set. So how many sets do you have? Correct, 6. Right, so now you want to find out the number of basketballs. So for the basketballs, look at the number. Right, in one set, you have 3 here. So if you have 3 basketballs in one set, how many do you have in 6 sets? So you can write it here. One set, 3. So 6. You times 6. 18. Okay, good. Right, so your answer for part A will be 18. Okay, part B. How much more money did he spend on footballs than on basketballs? Can you highlight how much more money? So they're asking you for what? Starts with a D. How much more money? What's the word here? Starts with a D. Good. Say it, Miranda. Difference. So to find the difference, we can find the difference in one set first. Right, before we find out the total difference in all of the 6 sets. So for part B, okay, difference in one set. How much more did he spend on the footballs than basketball in one set? So look at your table here. One set you have $200 for the football, basketball 150. So the difference, subtract $50. Okay, but this is in one set. Right, so the total difference will be 6 sets. So take the difference in one set times 6. So what should your final answer be? Anyone? Okay, thank you. Okay, $300. Very good. Okay, remember the ground rules are don't spam the chat. Only put in relevant messages. Okay, I know you're very enthusiastic about your answers, but please be considerate. Otherwise, we'll be forced to push you out of the meeting. Okay, I'll give you some time. Quickly copy this down. Okay, then let's move on to question 2. Okay, the best is if I'm writing, then you write also. If not, it'll take too long. Okay, the ratio of the number of cars to lorries to motorbikes found in a car park is 5:2. 2:4. Okay, I'll leave on a long question 1, if you're still copying. Given that there is a total of 864 wheels, find the number of motorbikes found in the car park. So we want to do the same table first and then apply the same steps to get this answer. So we have cars, lorries, motorbikes. 5:2:4. So this is the ratio. This means that this is the number. What is the value? Okay, can someone identify what is the value of these 3 vehicles? What do you think it is? It is not given in the question, so how do you find the value for C, L, and M? The hint is to look at the total. What is the units for the total? Anyone? Number of wheels. Yeah, good. Right, so the value of each vehicle, okay, there's no price, there's no cost or anything. So it's the wheels, right? Because the total is in terms of wheels. So cars, you have 4, lorries, 4, motorbikes, 2. Okay, I hope you know motorbikes got 2 wheels only. Right, then you apply the same steps. Number times value for one set. So take the number times the value. So 5 times 4, 2 times 4, 4 times 2. So 20, 8, and 8. So what's the value of one set? Okay, you add them up. 20, 8, and 8. So you have 36 wheels in one set. So what's the number of sets? Total, okay, 864. Okay, apply the same thing. Total divided by value of one set. So what's the number of sets? Okay, thank you, Miranda. Yeah, 24. So what do we do next? Look at what they're asking you for. Find the number of motorbikes found in the car park. So they want the motorbikes. So motorbikes you have how many in one set? You check your table, look at the number. So number is 4. So in one set, 4 motorbikes. Total you only have 24. So how many do you have here? Times 24. Okay, thank you, Priya. Correct. 24 times 4. So what do you have? 96. Thank you. Qing Yang, thank you. Alright, 96 motorbikes. So that's your answer. Okay. So this is your answer, 96 motorbikes. So always draw the table first, identify the number and value, okay, before you can start trying to solve for the answer. Okay, when you're done, go on to the next page. Okay, this is question 3. Okay, for question 2, right, I'll leave it here a bit longer. So if you are looking at question 3 already, then you carry on with question 3. A sum of $705 is to be divided among a number of adults and children. Each adult receives $6 each. Each boy receives $5 and each girl receives $4. Given that the ratio of adults to boys to girls is 2:3:5. Okay, ratio, this is already a number. So you must keep that in mind when you're reading the question. How many more girls than boys are there? Okay, let me clear this. So you have adults, boys, and girls. So number, value, 2:3:5 for the number. What is the value? Okay, value, they give you here $6, $5, $4. So put it into your table respectively. Adults, 6. The boys, $5. Girls, $4. Alright, then do the same thing for one set. Number times value. Okay, alright. Okay, good. Some of you calculated already. So this is for individual A, B, and G. So what is the value of one set? Okay, add everything up. What do you have? 47. Good. Okay, so you should know the drill already. It's always repeating. So find the number of sets. Take total. What is it? Here. 705 divided by the value of one set. What do you have? Okay, thank you. Alright, 15. Okay, then once you reach to this point, look at what they're asking you for. How many more girls than boys are there? So they're asking you for girls minus boys. The difference. Right, so you have to find the girls, find the boys, and then find the difference. So the number of sets is 15. The number for the girls and boys, you have to look at your table to know what you should use. Right, so for the girls, 5 times 15. The boys, 3 times 15. Yeah, you can do 5 minus 3, 2, and then you take that 2 times 15. You can get the same answer, correct? Okay, so the girls, you have 75. And then the boys, you have 45. So the difference is what they want. So don't stop there. Make sure you find the difference. So 30, that's how you get the answer. Right, so the first few steps is always quite standard. So you must make sure you can grab hold of all those marks first. Right, and then the final answer, read the question again. Make sure you know what they're asking you for before you try and get the answer at the end. Okay, question 4. Okay, try to copy a bit faster. Right. During a game, Ron was supposed to collect as many colored balls as possible. Each color represents a certain point as follows. Okay, so they give you a table here. The ratio of the red to green to blue balls collected by Ron was 3:1:4. Given that Ron earned a total of 184 points, how many balls did he collect altogether? So always do the table first. Let me scroll down a bit. Okay, so can you highlight the ratio here and the total? So you have red, green, blue, the number, ratio given. So fill it in. What is the value? What are each of these items worth? Okay, looking at the question, they are worth points. Right, this question is about points. You can look at the hint in the total also. It's in points, 184 points. So the value must be in points. Okay, so fill it in. You have 5 for the green, 3 for the blue. The red one, you have 2. Number times value, 1 set. 3 times 2, 1 times 5, 4 times 3. Okay, 6, 5, 12. Thank you. Right, for those of you who are answering. Yeah. So value of 1 set, we have to add all these points up. What do you have? Value of 1 set. How many points? 23. Thank you. Charlene. Alex. Okay. 23. Alright, then what's the next step? 184 divided by 23. Very good. Okay, so most of you are picking it up already. Number of sets. Take the total. Divided by value of 1 set. What do you have? 8. Okay. How many balls did he collect altogether? They're talking about everything altogether. So make sure you look at the question. They're asking you for all of the balls. Okay. How many balls? They're asking you for number. So don't go and add the value up here. They're asking you for the number. So 1 set. Okay, you have 3 plus 1 plus 4. So 8. So if you have 8 sets, you have to times 8. Yes, correct. Okay, a lot of you got it. 64. 8 times 8. Okay, let's move on to the higher order questions. Yeah, you can do 8 squared, but it's not necessary. Your working should just be 8 times 8. 54. Okay, need to move on already. Higher order questions, next page. Question 1. So at a tennis match, 50% of the tickets were sold at full price. Okay, so can you underline full price here? And 40% of the tickets were sold at half price. The remaining 15 tickets, underline remaining, were given away free. So underline free also. The total amount of money collected were $4,200. What was the full price of a ticket? So you're asking you for the full price. So before you can start anything, write down what they gave you. So 50% is for the full price. And then you have half price and also free. Half price is 40%. Okay, this is the percentage. So how do I find the percentage for the tickets that were free? Anyone? Good. Shakira. Ayman. Okay, not sure. You look up on the screen. Total is always 100%. To find the percentage for the free, okay, you have to take away 50% and 40% to get the free percentage here. So that will be 10%. 100 minus 50 minus 40. Yeah, correct. 10%. Okay, so what is the number did they give you? The remaining 15 tickets were given away free. So they only give you the ones for the free, 15. Correct, 10% are free. So are you able to find the number for full price and half price? 10%, 15. Yes, key. Right, so can you find out half price, full price? So you need to find 40% and you also need to find 50%. Yeah, okay, 40% you should have 60, correct? How about 50%? Yes, 15 times 5. Okay, if you don't get it, from 10% to 40%, you have to times 4. 10% to 50% times 5. So you have 75 here, so fill it in. Okay, and they told us the total amount of money collected was this much. You look at the working here. 60, because 10% to 40%, you have to times 4. So both sides also must times. Here. If I write this like that, you should be able to get it. Can? Okay, so this is kind of similar to your number times value. So we're applying it in a higher order question. Value. Do you have the value? Is it given? Look at the total. It's in money. 4,200. But it's not given. Right, so how? For the full price, we can leave it as 1 unit. Half price, how many units will you have? Half. Okay, so the free, how many units do I have for the free here? What do you think? Okay, you can bracket here price, so you know it's price. Yes, 0, very good, 0. Because there's no amount of money that the free tickets are worth. Okay, so find out the value of one set. Okay, it's about 9:01 already. Let's just quickly try and finish this question and the next one. So you times them together, n times v. So 75 times 1, 75 units. 60 times half unit. 30 units. 15 times 0, no more. So the value of one set is 75 units plus 30 units. So how many units do you have in total? 105, very good. So this means that you have to find the 1 unit from here. Because the total here is 105 units. From this, we can find 1 unit. Divide by 105. So what's the value of 1 unit? 40. Good. Then you check what are they asking you for. What was the full price of a ticket? Right, so full price, 1 unit. So your answer is $40. Alright. Okay, let's go on to the last question. Okay, if you still need this, you can let me know later, then I will show it to you again. Question 2. Okay, if you have tried it already, I'll give you the answer so you can check. Right, otherwise, if you're not sure how to do this, then we can go through it together. So Alice and Sarah each had a piece of dough of the same mass for making buns. Right, so the same mass. Okay, that's the keyword. The same mass of dough was used for each bun. Alice made 40 buns and had 50 grams of dough left. Sarah made 10 buns and had 1.1 kg of dough left. What was the mass of dough needed for each bun? So you have Alice and Sarah. If they both have the same mass of dough, that means the model should look the same, correct? Then this dough, Alice made 40 and had 50 grams left. So you have 40 here, 40 buns, and 50 grams left. Sarah made 10 buns that had 1.1 kg of dough left. Right, let's make it to the same unit so that's easier to work with. So 1.1 kg, 2 grams. Right, she made 10 buns, so lesser than Alice. So here is 10 buns. And then the remainder here will be 1100 grams left. Okay, so if Alice has 40 buns here, you can bring up the 10 buns. So what is the remaining number of buns here? 40 buns is from this end to this end. How many buns is in this box here from the dotted line to the start of 50 grams? 30, very good. Okay, can everyone see that? From the 10 buns, you bring it up. You can take 40 buns, subtract, and you can get 30 buns here. So 30 buns, what is the mass of it? Can you see that it is the difference between 1100 and 50? Right, so you can find the number of grams for 30 buns here by looking at the model. So 30 buns equals to 1100, 1100 minus 50. Very good, a lot of you got it. What would that be? 1050. So from this, okay, you can find 1 bun. So you divide by 30. What do you get? 35. So the mass of dough needed for each bun will be 35 grams. Part B, okay, I have space here. I'll write part B on the right side. Okay, let me finish it first. You got any questions, you can ask me afterwards. With the remaining dough from both girls, how many more such buns can be made at most? So the keyword here is remaining dough. How do I find the remaining dough? Okay, sure, I can talk a bit louder. Okay, how do you find the remaining dough? Right, look at the model. So you have 50 grams left here and 1100 grams left. So the total remaining you have to add it up. Yes, good. Okay, so that would be this much. And then each bun, okay, you found in part A is 35 grams. So to find the number of buns you can make using this remaining 1150, you have to divide. Okay, once you divide it, you will realize that it is not a whole number. So what must you do? Okay, you will get 32.86 around there. Okay, they're asking you what number of buns can be made at most, right? At most. So is it 32 or 33? Should I round up or round down? What do you think? Can you type only relevant stuff in the chat? I can't even see the answers from the students who are actually listening. Round up. Round down. Okay, round down is the correct answer. You should have 32 buns. Okay, why? Because this 0.86 means that you can only make 0.86 of the bun halfway or more than halfway. So you cannot finish making it. So you should round down because you don't have enough dough for the 33 buns. So you can only have 32 buns. Okay, so that's the end for today. Right, let me clear this. If you still want to stay back and ask questions, you can. So thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, you can contact us here again. Right, the email, WhatsApp, and our website. You can just contact us either way. Okay, so you can screenshot this or take photo, then you can ask us any questions. Okay, if you are done, then you can go. I hope you took away some useful strategies today. Then next week we'll be doing fractions. We'll send you the worksheet soon, so take note of that. Yeah, there'll be a replay available in about 2 days' time. Yeah, so we'll send you the link via email. I'll take note. Okay, so if those of you who are not being very considerate to the others, okay, I'll be forced to put you in a waiting room. Okay, otherwise then the others won't be able to concentrate. Thank you. Yep. Bye-bye.